on a plane, I'm at the bar, in your DMs, in your car, looking for some Hopecore. We need some Hopecore. I want some love, I want your heart. I got your number, that's a start. We have your Hopecore. I got my Hopecore.
So hello, welcome to Hopecore, a brand new show by me. My name is Liz Plank. I wanted to launch this show with you, Heather, because you are like single. Okay, so first of all, you're like single-handedly.
Are you gonna make me cry?
You single-handedly. She's already crying, guys.
I'm starting to cry. Okay, because I think you're going to say something really nice.
Because you're so nice. You single-handedly like changed the voice inside my head.
Aww.
To being a loving and kind, encouraging voice. And since the minute I met you, like you always saw so much more potential in me than I could see in myself. And I feel so lucky and honored to have a friend like you. And so when she's crying, we're 35 seconds in and we're already crying. It's a good sign.
Yeah.
I love you.
No, it's so meaningful to me that you're an incredible person, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life, and I'm so glad that you think I'm a positive person.
You make me a better friend too. Sometimes I feel like in my best moments as a friend, not even when you're in the room, but I'll be like, oh wow, I was like really there for this person, or I made this person feel, really loved and seen. I'm like, I talk to them the way that Heather talks to me. Like, I'm not kidding you. Meeting you was such a gift, and I met you at a time in my life when things were, complicated.
Crying through your whole podcast now.
So James is here. You're incredible. Rob is here taking photos, and Rob set up the set. That's why it looks so great.
Basically, it's a lot of stuff from your apartment.
It's all my apartment. Yeah, my apartment threw up. Now my apartment is empty, so now I have to fill my apartment with other things. My roommate is, I haven't really explained what has happened. She just probably came in and was like, who robbed our home? Yeah. Oh my, I'm so happy. I'm like so happy. And
now, can I say though that a lot of my friends are fans of yours, and of course I'm a fan of yours, but a lot of them said, Liz needs her own podcast. Liz needs to be the star of her own show. She's got so much to say. She's brilliant. She's funny. She's political. She's about your personal life as well. You have so many smart things to say. I know everyone is really excited for you to have your own podcast.
Thank you. Well, you've been by my side throughout all of difficulties and like challenges of the last few months. One thing that you said to me, I actually like really remember it. When you like remember exactly where you were when someone said something to you, and like I'll remember it for the rest of my life.
Are you gonna make me cry again?
I might make you cry.
Okay.
But it made me cry at the time. I was very, very challenged with one of the shows that I was doing, and felt like it was going to be over, and I was like holding on to it, with like I would, if I had a third hand, it would be all three hands. I just, with dear life, I just didn't want anything to end, right? Even though it was a really difficult experience. And you told me, and then it did end. And you told me at the time, sometimes the universe does things for you that you can't do for yourself. And that really, really stuck with me. And I've repeated that to many people. Every time I'm like, man. And then they're like, wow, that's so great. I'm like, yeah, that's Heather's advice. And I come back to that, in moments where, like even today, where I was like, can I do this?
I want you to host The Daily Show. That's my dream for you. Maybe all you guys listening, wouldn't Liz be the most amazing host of The Daily Show? Maybe The Daily Show producers are listening to this. Like, I want to get my news from Liz, because otherwise it's too depressing. The news is so depressing. But if Liz was giving me the news, beautiful, funny Liz, I would like you to be the next host of The Daily Show.
Hype girl extraordinaire, Heather. This is what she does everywhere.
It's true, though, right?
Yeah.
Come on. It's not like I'm just making this up, but you would be amazing at that. And they need a female host. Like, come on, Daily Show.
I think she should start her own Daily Show.
Exactly. Maybe this will be it.
This is our Daily Show.
No, but I do like looking at your Instagram. I do get a lot of news from you, and I appreciate getting it from you, because your humor and your Substack as well, and the way you present the news, it makes me feel like there is some hope, as opposed to sometimes feeling like it's pretty depressing.
Yeah, and well, thank you. I appreciate that, and I think, that's really what's behind this show and sort of the vision for it. It's that, I kind of was looking around, and I was like, oh, there's a lot of shows that talk about the news that I don't want to listen to, because I feel traumatized.
You want to be happy.
Yeah. And it's just, and actually I think we've gotten to a point where sometimes I feel like if I'm just like catching up on everything, every detail of what this regime is doing. I'm actually like playing into their power. And that became really clear to me, given it's the second time we're doing this with this particular administration. But then even the shows that are not talking about the news, not talking about politics, then they're not addressing kind of the elephant in the room, and they're kind of just totally ignoring it.
Right.
And I feel like I want this show to feel like a slumber party in the apocalypse, where we're like, it's dystopian, like shit is really wild, but we can still like be human through it and maybe even have fun and like dance on the rubble as we're doing it, but without ignoring sort of the reality that we're in.
To find the balance between like, I have to know what's going on, but there's got to be some hope, and you have to feel like you're surrounded by a community of people who are feeling the same way and believing that something good can happen.
But Heather Graham, thank you for being the guest co-host.
Thank you, Liz Plank,
today for this launch's premiere. I can't imagine launching this with anyone else in the room here. And like, how did you? Because look, like, I know that you're an amazing person. You're an incredible friend. Like, when Heather has she'll have these dinner parties, or even like for her birthday, she'll have all these amazing people over, and everyone always agrees, like, what is this feeling? Like we all leave with this like lightness and this like warmth in our hearts, and that's just like the Heather effect. But I know that came, like, all of the beautifulness of who you are, right? Like, that is not because your life was like always easy and that everything is always easy for you. I know that it took a lot of work and a lot of spiritual work and like soul work. And so, tell me about what it took for you to be the person that you are today.
So I grew up and I had a very domineering, abusive dad, and my mother was kind of, she just kind of went along with whatever he thought was good, which a lot of times wasn't good. And I had a sister, and we were just kind of caught up in this, abusive family system. And so I've spent a lot of time like a detective, looking and saying, how do I do this differently? Like, I want to break the cycle of family dysfunction and trauma. Like, how do I have a better life? I don't want that for myself. I mean, one of the main things that was important to me was just being financially independent, because I looked at my mother and her generation, and it looked like so many women were not financially independent. So they were in these relationships that didn't look that good. I mean, their relationship didn't look that good from the outside to me. Maybe they're both ecstatically happy. I don't know. But from my point of view, it looked terrible, So yes, being financially independent, and then just trying to heal myself and understand the things I was struggling with, and find that loving voice, like what you were saying. Like, how do you become that loving parent to yourself in the ways that you never had it, but you can do for yourself now?
Yeah. And like, I feel like you're okay. We were at dinner last week and with like our group of friends, but there was a new our friend that had not spent as much time with you, and she just remarked, I was talking about like a dating story, which the friend who was just kind of new to the group was like, you give really good dating advice, Heather. Like, whoa, like, floored.
I did feel honored by that. But it's funny.
True.
To be honest,
it's true.
I went out. Okay, so I went up on this movie that I got, knock on wood, hopefully they're doing it this year, but it's all about this girl, this younger girl, and she starts kind of cheating with this guy, and he's married, and then she becomes friends with a wife, and the wife starts to kind of really nurture her, and it is like, you're so much better than you even know, and you should write a book, and all these things. And then the girl becomes kind of empowered, and they start to become closer friends than her, and she wants to get rid of the guy, and then it's about their friendship. And I was just thinking that's kind of how I feel about you, because in a way, like, I'm empowering you, but you're also empowering me, because then at the end she's like, get rid of that guy, you can do better, and blah 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 blah. I don't know, it made me think of you like someone that I hope I do inspire you, but you also inspire me.
Oh my God, you inspire me all the time. You give me the best date. Like, remember when I got choked by that guy I met on Hinge, like, and on the first date?
What happened? Sorry, I feel like I was not there for that.
I know. So okay, so I go on this Hinge date.
Your dating life is really, I mean, you have a wild dating life, I'll say that.
James looks really concerned. It's okay. I made it out. Okay. I'm safe.
Good.
But I go on this date. This guy is like 10 out of 10, like, shows up. This is definitely my fault, but the first date was on Valentine's Day. And he did show up to my apartment with like a stack of presents. I remember like letting him in and like I couldn't see his face. Like, it was like and then my door lady was like, oh my God, like, because I was always single, and so I could tell she was like, oh my God, she finally found this guy that like really cares about her. Anyway, we go out, we have the most perfect date. He's like making me feel like such a princess. And then sure enough, like, we're like in his car, because he had a car. He lived in Jersey. Sorry, I have to mention that because it's like New York City.
Yeah,
like,
what? Car?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then he was Jersey, which I do think if Hinge is listening, I don't think you should because they'll be like 1.4 miles away from your house and then they're in Jersey, and I don't think that's a different state, and it's inappropriate, and
it's a different vibe too.
It's a different, yeah. I mean, that's
like Manhattan dating and Jersey City dating are very different. Dating
Wait, I
places.
don't know if I remember this story, which
Okay.
is terrible.
Well, no,
I
it's
can't
not.
remember you
I
telling me
can't
you got strangled because I was very upset.
Yeah, right.
But,
Yeah,
like,
I was like,
wait, what?
So wait, you're in his car.
So I'm in his car, and then we're making out, and suddenly, like, I can't breathe. Like, I'm like, no. Suddenly, I'm like, oh, is he like choking me? And I was like, no. And then I can't breathe. And so then I'm like, oh yeah, this is happening. And so your face here. And so then I leave, and I'm like a little traumatized. And then
What did you do? Did you say stop choking me, or did you just move away?
No,
or like,
because
as
you know, or I know, as you know, but I think for a lot of people, I think especially women, like, you're in a situation where you're just like, you're very confused, and like, obviously I didn't expect that to happen. And I, again, even though I couldn't breathe and I clearly was choked, I was like, did that really happen? And also, did I make him think that it was okay, like, or like that I wanted to be choked, like in a car on a first date? And so I didn't really talk about it, but then I was talking to you about it. And this is, again, Heather gives really good advice, and it's not, she's very loving and warm and supportive, but she also will like call you out or like challenge you. Like she'll say the truth. Like, she's not just trying to be like, you know, like you have this, honestly, it's very rare ability to be like both a cheerleader and also like,
I can be tough.
kind of Tony Robbins. Yeah. And you go, well, why did you have sex with him on the first date? And I was like, well, I didn't. You know, I wasn't going to. And then I was mad at you originally for like a few days. I think I like found a way to hang up, and then I was like, couldn't sleep that night, and I was like, oh, how dare she? She's like victim blaming or whatever. Like,
no, look, I've had sex on the first date a lot. I've learned through my mistakes it's not good. That's why I'm trying to tell you that, because I've already done it and it didn't work well for me.
When did you stop? Like, when were you like, this is not?
Basically, when Nina, you know, as our mutual friend Nina was like, okay, if you want a relationship, stop having sex with guys so quickly because it doesn't give you time to get to know them. And not so much that like, oh, that'll try to make them like you more like, do you want to be with them? Like, it gives, because I don't know, Nikki Glaser has a really funny comedy routine about like, you know, when you meet a guy and you're like, oh, look at this dumb necklace he's wearing, he looks like an idiot, and then you have sex with him and you're like, I love the necklace. The necklace is so sexy. The minute you have sex with someone, you're just like, everything they do is amazing. In your eyes, you have like this rose-colored glasses. You can't see them. So it's less about like, oh, I want to like ensnare this guy, and it's more about like, get to know them first before you kind of start to fall over, you know, fall in love with them, and it's too late, you know?
100%. And again, at the time, I wasn't ready to receive it. Like, it took me a few weeks, and just...
I did not follow Nina's advice either for probably years.
Well, that's the thing. And I feel like you always gave me advice that I didn't immediately take, but then eventually when I did take it, I was like, it totally, again, you don't have to do this, but it does, especially for women, because
no, I dated a guy who was a nightmare, and then afterwards I was like, oh, I had sex with him too quickly. I didn't get to know him before, when I could have still said like, oh, this isn't good, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what was he? What nightmare? What kind of nightmare?
Well, this was like a few years ago. This guy I dated that I told you, he was an angry, very angry guy.
Okay.
You know, and I think I didn't wait. He had kind of like crazy eyes, you know, and but whatever. I wanted to have sex. I'm like, he's hot, I'll have sex. And then later I thought, if I had waited to have sex, I might have gone, no, I can maybe keep dating other people.
It does, like, guys don't have that though. Once you have sex, like, I don't think guys get as soft and mushy, like, if they have sex with you. Our entire perspective on a guy can really shift,
right,
if we get attached physically that way.
You know, I have a friend, he's really smart, he's a guy, and he said, you know, if I'm attracted to someone, that means there's something wrong with them, because he always gets attracted to really like screwed up people. He's like, that's why I need to go really slow, because I automatically go for like the really screwed up person.
Whoa. I mean, you never regret going too slow. I think that's a thing that, again, I've learned from you. And when I started implementing your advice, like, I'm now addicted to not having
sex with people. It gives you kind of more power in a way, because you're like, okay, well, prove it that you're worth it.
Yeah.
You know?
And especially if you're a woman dating men, to set a boundary early on and be like, this is something I can't do or I don't want to do.
See if they respect your boundary.
Respond to it, right? Like, because I dated that guy that was like really weird about it. Remember him? And I was like, okay, information, right? Like I was dating this guy 2 years ago when I first moved to LA.
Yeah.
When we started dating,
we were in Jamaica together.
We were in
right?
Jamaica together.
Yeah. No, you were cheering me up in Jamaica, which you did.
Aw,
But no, you were dating him. I remember.
Well, we lied to. We told people it was our honeymoon because we went to a Sandals resort in Jamaica.
Yeah, but Liz
Heather
always
had a
travels
fancy...
with like a blow up donut, and she's got like these little drink things with like the thing. It's like in her bag. She carries all this.
I think I did bring this.
And then she has full outfits. Like we went to Greece one time, and she's like, one day she's Carmen Miranda, and the next day she's got a different. It's like she has so many interesting outfits. I don't know how you come up with it all.
Greece was also funny.
Yes, but anyway, finish the hated story.
Yeah, we've been through it.
Okay.
But so
he who will not be named.
Yeah, let's just call him actor.
You dated an actor.
So I did an actor, and I was really into him. We had just started basically like going on dates, and then we went to Jamaica because you got this amazing free trip, and I was your very lucky +1. And so I'd mentioned you because I mentioned you to everybody all the time. But I was like, oh, my friend Heather, like, oh yeah, and we're going to Jamaica. Da, da, da. This was a relationship, not a relationship, which he specified to me. That it was on, a really fun time. Very on shaky grounds, right? I was very insecure about the whole thing.
He was like constantly, he was of course very attracted to you because you're so beautiful. And he was like constantly texting you and trying to tell you how he's so into you.
He was, but then he wouldn't really be, he wasn't very available. And like there were a lot of obstacles.
On his terms. He was into you on his terms.
Yes.
Wanted to have sex with you basically.
Which again, this is why you don't have sex. Right. And then you figure out a lot of things. So we're in Jamaica. We're having a great time. And I take this photo because I'm like trying to get his attention and connect with him. So obviously I go to the easiest thing, which is like I'll send him a bikini pic.
I took really good bikini pictures of you on that trip.
She does take really good
and then
bikini
you use them
pics.
on your dating profile because you looked amazing.
And it was the headline of my dating profile for a while. Yeah, this video that Heather took. You've changed the game.
But it's hard to not take good pictures of you.
Oh, please. That's very nice. Same with you. But there's all these photos, and obviously I sent him a photo that you're in, and we're like in bikinis, we're cute. And then I'm like, I send him that photo, and then the response I get, I've never told you this. Oh my God. Okay. So the response I get is, oh my God, like you didn't tell me that you were going on vacation with Heather Graham. Like basically like he was like, oh my God, she's so hot, right? And which, by the way, I like, duh, like you're international sex icon.
You're
like,
so hot. I mean,
Heather. And so like I get that response, and then I immediately go to like, well, I guess him and Heather, like he just wants to date Heather.
That is
like
crazy.
But again, because
I think you're reading into it. I think he was like, "Oh, you didn't tell me you were on vacation with an actress." I doesn't sound like he had a crush on me. I think he was just like, "Oh, you're on vacation with your friend." I don't know.
Can we have the guys vote on that? Because I feel like it's obvious.
Like if someone was on vacation with, I don't know, Amy Schumer, you'd be like, "Oh my God, I love Amy Schumer." But you're not like, "Oh, I'm trying to have sex with her." You're just like, "Oh, he's obviously into you," and he's just like, "Oh, your friend is an actor," basically.
Yeah. Well, I read it. Okay, it's funny because I did tell the story when it happened to two different people, and one person was like, "Oh my God, that's terrible," and then the other person said what you said, which was like, "Oh my God, it probably didn't mean anything."
No, it's like if you were on a vacation and you were with one of your actor's friends, like, "Oh, you're friends with Emma Watson. Oh, that's cool." It doesn't mean I'm trying to have sex with Emma Watson.
When I think about back at that situation, I'm like, when I tell you I crashed out, like you probably don't remember.
No, I remember everything about that.
Do you remember that I was like really upset?
You were super into him.
I was super into him, but but when it happened, I was trying to be very normal on vacation, but I felt so upset. And then you were like, "Let's get desserts," and I was like, "No, I'm just gonna go back to my hotel." And then I started crying on my stoop, and then you walked by. You know, and then I was like, "Oh my God, she heard me cry. Like this is so embarrassing." And then I took a bath, and I was like sobbing in the bath, and
I
was
know
like,
you were that upset. Well, I mean, it just sounded to me like that guy was so into you, but I was like, make him like show up, like he really is serious about you,
right?
Like prove that he's worth you.
I probably projected if I had not felt bad about the relationship or whatever, not the what do you call it? What do you?
Situationship?
Oh yeah, it was a deep situationship. Yeah, if I felt more confident in the situationship, because I wanted him to be my husband. I was like, we are gonna move in together.
But that's the thing, because women assume like, oh, I'm really into him, he's really into me too, without going like, oh, do you want a relationship, or do you think of me as like that person?
And you said that. You actually coming
I was
back
like, you should ask him. Yeah.
You said early on, you were like, well, does he want a relationship? And I was like, yeah. Okay, the way he's talking to me, like it's like so obvious. Like at one point I said something.
No, because I've done it too.
But
Believe
but
me, that's
you were
why
right.
I was asking
you. Were
you.
right.
Yeah,
And we had the talk, and I was like, wait, you don't want a relationship? Like, this is so relationship coded, everything we've been doing. And then I was like, Heather was right. You're right. Oh, you're so good with relationship
Because
stuff.
I've made a lot of mistakes, Liz. No.
Well,
Let's call him right now. Why? What's wrong with you? Liz is,
He will never answer. This is like, I know I don't want to do it because I know what's going to happen. He will not answer. There's no way he answers.
You're going to call him?
No.
Oh.
I'm not going to call him, but I did say something so stupid back. Well, it wasn't so stupid, but I do kind of want to find it because
I do
he
think
was
as
like a little like, what? Like, I think you're right that maybe he wasn't saying, oh my God, like,
no, he
I
wasn't.
want to marry
He wasn't.
Heather. Because I think I said something like, oh no, this is what I said. Oh God, she's probably gonna be single soon, so let me know if you want me to give her number, because you were in a weird. Yeah, I know.
Why are you trying to set me
I
up with your boyfriend? That's so.
But again, there was no way in the world that at the time, if you had told me, oh no, it didn't mean that. Like in my head, there was no other.
Okay, but this is what I think about Liz. I'm sure
I
you guys
sound
can
nuts.
relate. No,
Am I
Liz
nuts?
is walking around. You're like, you're brilliant, you're intelligent, you're gorgeous, you're funny, you're amazing. And then you don't really seem to acknowledge how great you are. You seem to feel kind of insecure. I'm like, why are you insecure?
Well, I feel better.
I mean, look, it's
feel more
adorable
secure.
and lovable that, you, like everyone else, has insecurities, but you are, for what everything you have to offer, you could be like a lot more confident.
Whenever I call her up about a thing, you hardly actually talk about. I think it's good for people to know, because like if you want to give good dating advice to your friends, like you hardly ever like respond to the question that I have. What do you think it means? I'm like, should I be? You're like, look, you're a hot. She does what she just did. She'll be like, you're a hot, incredible journalist, badass motherfucker. Like Trump is afraid of you, and you're just like, you like, who cares? Like you're hot and amazing. You're the prize. Like because
Let him win you. You're like, people are always like, you're the egg. Let the sperm come and win you over. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't need to try. Like, let them try. You know?
It's true.
Yeah.
What's the most like? Are there like embarrassing moments that you look back on that you're like, if I had a friend like Heather Graham in my life, I wouldn't have done that?
Well, honestly, look, you've also given me good dating advice. Let's face it, I do appreciate your advice. And no, I've definitely made a lot of choices. I kind of explored this in my movie Chosen Family, about how sometimes when your family dynamic's not so great, you can be attracted to the wrong people, because it's almost like you're programming, or it feels familiar. And so you need sometimes for your friends to go, that's not really normal.
Yeah.
Like, or you deserve better, or something like that.
Yeah. What do you look for? Like, what if you could like
Honestly,
build a bear
it's sad
with a boyfriend?
Because I was recently writing this down as I've been trying to just get better in my life at this. I look for sexual attraction. It's terrible. I want to look for somebody nice. That's my thing. I want to go for nice. I want to put like nice as like number one, but I think I go a lot of times for sexual.
But why are you sad? A man would never be embarrassed.
No, I know,
I
but
would
you
never
don't want
call it
that to
it.
be the only. You don't want. You want there to be other criteria, not just like, oh my God, I think they're
But it's
hot,
important.
right? No, it's important. It's important. It's got to be in like
And
the top
you're hot.
5.
It would be weird if you were dating.
But
a
you
got to
have other criteria other than like, I want to have sex with them, right?
I mean, you want to have sex with them, or
Right.
else
Well, what
that'll
about
be an
what's your
issue.
criteria?
Well, I made a list because my friend Heather told me to make a list. I think I dated a lot of people who were very impressive and like
Yeah, you
again,
have.
that or impressive to me.
Your love life is very entertaining to me. I have to say, I am very entertained hearing about it.
She keeps wanting to see a photo of the guy
I just wanna picture
like,
him.
and I'm like, no, like I can't, because I know that when it's entertaining, it probably won't. Like if I show her a photo and like I'm
You have
worried
so
about
many good outfits too. Like when I go on your Instagram, I see all these political events, and you want to change the world and make things good for people, and you're wearing like the cutest outfits.
Yeah, well, you're
I don't
very
know how you do it.
sweet.
And then you let me stay at your house during the fires
Oh,
when I
God.
got evacuated. And how do you fit all those clothes into your
It's
closet?
really
Yeah.
a game of
You inspire me. You have so
well,
much
yes,
fun
yes.
with the things you wear. It's really fun.
you have fun with the
Yeah.
things you wear. You have fun. Okay, so have you ever thought of going gay? Like,
I totally have. Yes.
Yeah?
I have. Yes.
what
Yes.
do you think that you could go? You've never been on a date with a woman?
I've had a few experiences with women, not very much, not recently, but I do think women are amazing. And sometimes it is easy to kind of just go, maybe I should just go gay. Yeah. Like your roommate is inspiring me.
Should we talk about my roommate
I don't
when
know if
she's
that's-
not here?
Maybe she doesn't want it. Yeah.
Call her.
Should we call Daniela?
Is she happier, or is it just the same as a heterosexual relationship?
She is
Okay.
really happy. She's also hotter. Like, I swear
Really?
something. I mean, she's already super
Because she's
hot,
getting
but
it happening better for her. Like,
yeah, she fell in love with her best friend. That's what happened like a month ago. It's been. She's gonna think someone died.
Hello?
Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah, what's up?
Did you mean to post that?
What did I post?
I'm kidding. No. It's okay.
You're on the podcast right now. It's Heather and Liz. We're calling you.
Hi.
I'm sorry I did that. I was like, she's gonna think the house is on fire because we never call each other.
No, I literally was like, I have to answer. Liz is calling me and she never calls me.
Okay, do you have 5 minutes? And do you mind being on the show?
Sure. How did
I have an important question for you. Should I go gay? Is it better?
Yes, Heather. Okay, to give you an impression, I'm currently sitting at my friend's.
Friend, wife.
And she is making me dinner while jazz is playing, and I do work on the couch, and I'm just waiting to be fed.
Wow.
Wow. Liz says you're just so much happier now, and that you're just glowing, and you're so happy.
I am. It's true. Also, gay sex is amazing.
Okay,
How
wait. I
so?
want
Tell
to
us
know.
more.
Yeah, why is it better?
Because there's no man looking for your
Yeah,
clit.
it's just so much better. I guess because I don't know, you both have the same parts, so know how they work better.
Wow.
Okay.
Were you nervous about having?
Yeah, because I would be nervous because I feel like, okay, I know how to have sex with a guy. I feel like I'm good at it. I feel confident. I just feel like if I was with a woman, I'd feel like, oh my God, I'm starting from scratch. I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I don't know how to do this.
I get that fear. I thought that I would feel that way too, but then when it happened, there was no question.
Wow. Did you have more or less respect for men when you had gay sex? Were you oh wow, going down on a woman, all of the effort, were you wow, men are, or was it the opposite?
Less. It's that Chapel Roan thing was eating pussy is easier than sucking dick, and I was
really?
Yeah, it's the difference between licking an ice cream cone and shoving an ice cream cone down your throat.
Being gagged,
Wow, okay,
choked with an ice cream cone. Yeah, I never thought about that because
Interesting.
Doesn't it take longer though? Don't you have to be down there for a while? Whereas
Yeah, but it's incredible.
Well, these are good questions.
these are great questions. Okay, but also Daniela, we have to be honest about the fact that we have talked about how do we make Heather go gay.
Yes.
But wait, this is my thing. But you're a newer to this, right? But once
Baby
you get
gay.
in a relationship, isn't it just kind of the same? You're going to have the same problems. It's just, doesn't everyone just get into this?
I mean, I don't know, because we are exploring the friends to lovers pipeline. It's how we describe what we are doing.
Well, we are excited to hear about this. We want to know.
And
Yeah.
it's still pretty amazing over here.
You sound happy.
Are you gonna get married? Are you gonna move out?
Are we gonna get married? We'll probably have a baby, she just said.
God! You've been dating
That's
for a
the
month.
latest
This is amazing.
conversation.
Talk about going fast.
Will I move out? No. We're gonna move to the farm.
Oh yeah, they're buying a farm, which should have been a dead giveaway before they fell in love that they were gonna fall in love. Okay, well, this was really insightful.
Thanks for talking to us.
If someone is listening and isn't sure about going gay, what would be your advice? Is thinking about going gay.
I would say go for it. Okay. So you know that thing on TikTok that was it was this girl being if someone was watching a movie of your life, what would they be yelling at you to do?
Wow.
And mine was kiss her.
Oh,
That's sweet.
And then
all
I
of our
did.
hearts are touched, and now look at your life.
I think that all women who are still taking men seriously are inherently in their depressive era. That's my thesis. Here's the thing. I believe that great men exist. I just haven't met many of them. I'm if you can't, okay, I was married to a whole man. I was what was sex? What was that?
The Lord song.
I agree. I had a lot of sex with men where I was this cannot be it.
Wow.
That's how I feel sometimes. I mean, I'm gay.
And now Daniela thinks I have a dick. So
I do. This is too much information.
What?
kind of juicy.
So
But...
the way Nicole, oh no, I can't keep saying her name. The way that she has sex, it like feels like she has a penis, but she doesn't.
Oh.
It's just her hand.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm into it. This should be a regular segment, just saying, where your lover makes you dinner and you tell us about gay sex.
I'm happy to do it anytime.
Mouth experiences.
It's the best sex I've ever had.
Wow,
You
I
can
love
tell
it.
it's true.
I know,
Just
you can
the
hear
way
it in her
you're
voice.
saying
Like,
it.
it's like, I'm so relaxed.
Did you guys
like...
just have sex?
No.
Not even.
Are you
We're
about
trying to. We have like sometimes pacts so to not have sex because it's all we do. And we broke it last night and this morning. But we haven't broken it yet.
Well, you're in the
today.
first month, right? Or the first few months. So you're in that honeymoon
Mhm.
moment. Yeah.
I think it doesn't end.
Okay, well,
with
good. I hope it lasts
lesbians.
forever for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank
think it
you.
will.
Can you believe you almost had a baby with a sperm donor in December? That's what we were going to do. We were going to do a segment on the show that was called Sperm Island. Was that the name?
Yeah, it's called Sperm Island.
Sperm is blind?
Sperm is blind.
Yeah.
Sperm is blind.
Sperm is blind.
So are you still going to
We
do that?
still,
Or?
interestingly, do need a sperm donor because unfortunately I do keep trying to get her pregnant. And
What do you think,
it is
guys?
not
Oh, we have a
working.
hotline.
Do you
Wait, we
guys
have a
have a-
hotline. If anyone
Okay.
wants to donate, be a sperm donor
Oh, yeah.
for Daniela and her lover, what's the number?
It's we'll insert it when we have it.
Okay, great. So yeah, definitely
Great.
let us
in.
call in if you are interested in being a sperm donor. It's great.
They can email our farm. We have some requirements, but we can share them.
Wait, what are the requirements?
I know. I kind of want to know, too,
Yeah.
actually.
What are you looking for in a man, a sperm donor?
Controversial, but I was going to say preferably non-white. But it's because
Oh.
we're not white.
Right.
Interesting. I think that's fine.
I think that's normal.
Go for what you want.
Height requirement.
I'm open to a white donor, just like if I had to choose between equally amazing people and one was not white and one was white, I would choose the not white one.
James, would you donate your sperm?
I'm open to it.
Okay, well, we have a call already.
The call's coming from inside the building.
Caller.
It actually sounds like the best way to be a dad.
Wait, can I add in another request for people who want to call into the hotline? Men who want to apply to men and women who want to apply to date Heather,
Oh,
right?
Apply to date Heather.
And I can go through the
Heather,
resumes.
We're taking you to Hot Flash, which
What's
is
that?
Oh yeah, that was our
a
plan when
queer
we
women
talked about it.
party.
Yeah, we're taking you to a party because Nicole's advice was get her drunk, then she'll be gay. And I was like, she
But I
doesn't
don't drink.
And so we're
You're
gonna
going to have
take
to
you Hot
roofie me.
Flash.
No, okay. What's Hot Flash?
It's
Is
like
it
It's
dancing?
a gay party.
Okay. Let's
It's
do
where
it.
they kiss for the first time.
Oh, really?
Anyway, we'll have to have you guys on in the
Okay.
studio. This is too juicy.
Maybe you
So we
should
didn't-
tutor us later,
Yeah.
about how to have good gay sex. Because
Yes.
I'd like to learn.
Yeah.
as a straight man, it
I
would be
can
great.
definitely do that, and Nicole can definitely do that.
Yeah,
Okay,
you should
cool.
teach that class to straight men. That would be a public service right there.
Yeah.
That's true. Also, Nicole told me I should teach a class on becoming a femme top daddy.
Ooh, a femme
Which is
top
what I am.
daddy. What the heck is
Whoa,
that?
I want that. How do I do that?
Okay, that means you're the feminine one,
interested.
but you're dominant. And then, what is the daddy just part of being dominant, or what does that mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Femme top daddy.
Interesting.
Okay. Wow. That gold.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
That's your new nickname.
What's the okay? So if you're the femme top daddy, what's the other person?
Yeah, I got a question.
What are you?
See, I get to do whatever I want.
She gets to be whatever she wants
Okay,
in the
okay,
moment.
She's
Okay.
the man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
got it.
Some would
Got it.
call that verse, is what she just said.
Verse?
I mean, you can switch
Yeah,
to
like
any
you're
role.
both top or bottom.
Okay, right. Interesting.
And you're both like dom and sub.
Interesting.
Not never so.
She's never sub.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't think I'm ever
Cool.
so.
This is.
Even when I bought it.
I think you guys should have a podcast. I think.
Yeah, we're really getting into the weeds now.
But if you're the top, wouldn't the other person be the bottom in that scenario, or not?
Yes, but she says she's a power bottom.
A power bottom.
Power
Okay,
bottom.
that's like in 50 Shades of Grey.
Doesn't mean top and bottom don't necessarily mean sub and dom.
Oh,
I know.
wow, this is really
Sub
interesting.
tops.
But what? Lesbians can be tops and bottoms? Am I dumb? I thought it was only for gay
Yeah.
guys.
But wait, in 50 Shades of Grey, the book ends with he goes, "You're topping from the bottom," which means you can be a bottom and still be top. I guess,
Whoa.
right?
You're a power bottom.
You're a
That's
power bottom.
Yeah. I am a top.
I think I'm a
I
power
sub.
bottom.
You're
I'm a power bottom.
You're a power bottom.
But like, am I dominant? Is what I'm saying.
You me, but you also like to sub.
Yeah.
Can you be sub and dominant?
You can
That's all
switch
the
back and
verse. You can
forth.
switch.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can be whatever you want. Yeah, it's verse.
Gay sex, like in the first 20 minutes, it's one way, but in the second 40 minutes, it's another way.
Interesting.
And the next 40 minutes, it's another way.
Well, now you're
It's
just
so
bragging.
long.
Now
Okay,
you're just
wow, that
bragging.
sounds like you're having like a really good long sex experience.
It's like there's like seasons.
It's really a journey. Like, if there's not a decent amount of time, like, it can't begin.
We do.
But we started to cheat that system. Now we're saying too much.
No,
We gotta go.
there's definitely short, like shot clocks are a thing.
We do have a shot clock now.
What's a shot clock?
You guys, you dated men this long and don't know what a shot clock is? It's-
No,
it's
nobody
in
here knows it.
basketball.
Oh, you
It's
know
in
what it is?
basketball.
It's a basketball?
Well, what?
No,
Oh.
in basketball, you have a number of seconds. You have a limited amount of time to put up a shot.
Okay.
Okay.
And so it's just basically a timer, a countdown timer to orgasm, and we set it for a set number of minutes.
Wow.
Wait,
But
so
we
you
don't have a
and then
lot
you can
of time.
orgasm on schedule, like on a timer. Like that's
On
wow.
demand.
Yeah.
That's
so you like
impressive.
being told when to orgasm? Is that the kink?
No,
No, it's just we don't have time.
it's more like the high pressure. High pressure is fun for some
Interesting.
people, not for others.
Oh.
Yikes.
It's
I-
usually like, why are we telling all of our
I
secrets?
don't know. It's fun.
It's usually morning sex because like we gotta go. We gotta
Okay.
go.
Oh,
I
so
get it, I
you
get it,
you
I
have like
get
an
it.
alarm
So we
clock
have a
for when you have
shot
to
back.
stop having sex.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh wow.
Well, it's impressive.
Well, this is definitely gonna make a lot of women go gay. I think we've achieved
They should.
that.
Highly
mission.
recommend.
Thank you to you both. Call in anytime, and we will check back in with your sperm donors applications shortly.
That's great. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I'm never moving out though, Liz.
Okay, I'll die without you.
Together.
I love you.
This is all extended comedy and live, laugh, love. Okay.
Live. Yeah, it's all extended. Okay, I love you. Thank you for answering and sharing all your secrets with us.
Okay, love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Heather.
Bye. Bye. So
Oh my God. Are you a sub?
I mean, I think, okay, this is the thing. You know how some people are like, want to be a dom, want to be a sub? I want to be dominating in real life, but in sex sub.
That's a.
But no, I don't want
That's
to totally
a lot of
dominate.
women.
I do want like a partnership, but I do want my partner to like really listen to me so that I feel like that I'm an equal partner. I definitely don't want to be a sub in life, but sexually it is kind of fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
And I think what a lot of guys don't
Are
necessarily.
you a sub or a dom?
Oh my God. Now that you've said it, I have to say it. I think I'm the same as you. I think a lot of guys don't realize that for a woman to be vulnerable enough to be subordinate with a man sexually, she has to feel very respected and actually
Like
kind of
someone
venerated.
dominating
Right.
me in like life or conversation is a total turn off, but in sex, I think it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like if I feel like they're, sweet, I could trust them.
Yes.
But no, in life, if someone starts bossing me around, I'm like,
No.
back off.
Right.
Yeah.
And there are probably women that it's or people
Maybe it's the opposite.
that are the
Yeah.
opposite.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you have to feel really comfortable though with
Yeah.
a guy in order to like let yourself be that vulnerable. And a lot of guys want to do that. Do you think have you been with women that want to respect them in the streets but
Freaking the sheets.
Yeah.
But wait, are you married? What's your story? Are
I'm
you?
not married.
Okay.
Hotline. You can also apply to date James.
Not why we made this show.
Also, Liz. Who's gonna date Liz? And then she'll talk about you afterwards.
Yeah,
but come on.
super.
It's very conducive to a relationship is
Yeah.
talking about it on the internet to people. We've talked about this before. My favorite part of a relationship is kind of the lead up to it, and like in that time, me personally at least, like I don't know, I've experienced all kinds of I actually have my own choking story where it's the other way around.
Wow. But wait, so do you have a girlfriend?
I don't have a girlfriend
No,
right
okay,
now.
you're single.
I'm single.
Okay.
Fresh out of a situationship, but
Okay.
it's
You got choked?
no. Oh no.
She
it's a
asked
different
you
kind
to
of-
choke her.
Yes.
Okay.
She
yes.
asked me to choke her, but I was also very young, and so we were in Amsterdam. We had some edibles, so I was kind
Okay.
of like giggly, laughy, whatever.
So what happened?
Well, so she had, we're having intercourse, and she says, you can choke me if you want.
Assuming that you want to.
See, I didn't know if she was asking because she
Wants
thought I wanted to.
Right. Because you want to please her, so maybe you didn't want to choke her, be like, I guess I'm supposed
or is
to.
It
patriarchy?
Am I supposed to want to choke her?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
want
yeah,
And so that's I kind of said that, which totally killed the mood. Like, you don't say.
No, but I think that makes me respect that you're a sweet guy, right? You're not just like, I'm dying to choke you. Thanks for saying that. Right?
Thanks for the permission.
I can't wait.
Yeah. No, I now understand that, like, informed consent is important, and like it is fun to do like rough stuff, but like you should talk about it before.
I don't really like choking personally.
It's a
I don't
weird
know.
thing.
I think because all right, as an actress, I've done scenes where I'm pretending to choke someone or someone's pretending to choke me. It's pretty like dangerous. Like you can actually hurt someone pretty easily.
Wow. What's the like? Do you like rough stuff?
Rough. I like it rough.
I feel like we go deep on feelings, but like we don't talk about.
I think as a woman, you need a lead up, right? You don't want to like someone to just be like, I kissed you, and then bam, bam, bam. Like it needs like a long slow. I mean, if someone really gave me like a lot of foreplay to the point that I was like really relaxed, and then I could get potentially more rough. But I'm not like, give me the rough. I think women and men are different, and maybe this is a generalization, but I think women like to like slowly ease into the sexual thing, whereas guys can be more like, let's go,
right away. Yeah. It's
what
like
do you think?
Well, I asked my friend because I love asking gay men. I did this this weekend.
And you asked everyone
about sex? I asked everyone about sex. No,
I love your interviews of people. I love where you walked around going, what should I do with my body? When you're during the election, it was so funny.
But it was weird because no one was really doing any, like I had my mini mic at all these parties and I was like talking to people and no one was really doing it. So it was kind of a treat to get to do it. But not anytime I talk to a gay guy, but one of my favorite questions to gay men are just like asking, because sometimes when you're dating men as a woman, it's hard to know if the things that the men are doing, is it out of the fact that you're a woman or is it out of the fact that they're a man? Like, is this something that just men do and would do with other men? Because then that is the variable that then, do you know what I mean? Like,
and then I wonder how much of it is like culturally as a man what you think you're supposed to do, and then how much of it is like, oh, this is my nature and I'm just being my authentic self.
Because I think when men are very quick with sex or very like not personal and not
I did have one boyfriend and he did not really like foreplay, and that was kind of like a breaking point that ultimately we broke up. But he's like, well, you're lucky I'm even doing this. Like most guys wouldn't even want to give you this one. And I'm like, that's actually not true because I've had a lot of boyfriends. But anyway, no, but some guys I think feel that. I don't know.
Well, when a guy says you're lucky, I'm doing, and then like insert anything. Yeah.
Peace.
It's like bye-bye.
That guy.
It's just like using men as a, like species to like elevate their shitty behavior and not make it seem bad. But yeah, when men, don't want to do foreplay or whatever, then I'm like, oh, like they're just objectifying me because I'm a woman. But then that's when I find asking gay guys about sex actually helps you understand like, oh.
And what do they say?
Well, so one of the things I asked my friend Dylan, I was like, okay, so you guys do Grindr, right? Which is a gay sex app, or is it a sex app? I should probably
it's
gay
like dating, but hookup,
you do whatever you want with it.
But they they can hook up like very easily and frequently, and in a way that I think with more like less. I mean, obviously there are gay people on all the apps, but more sort of straight culture dating apps. That is less like the case. And so I asked my friend Dylan, I was like, okay, so let's say you're hooking up, right? And by the way, what they do, I'm like generalizing here, but like again, that's based on what Dylan is telling me and my gay friends are telling me, but like they will send each other photos first and they'll be like very explicit.
Naked photos?
Yes. It'll be like, here's my
like a dick pic or just chest?
Sometimes chest, sometimes dick, sometimes like all of these different things. And then this hurt my feelings even though I'm not there, but sometimes they'll get blocked. Like they'll send a photo and then the person just doesn't like what they're seeing and so they'll get blocked, and I'm like, oh my god, that would scar me for life. Like I literally don't think if I sent a full frontal,
Liz. You're too hot.
You're so sweet. But that's when I was like, oh, men are harsh. Like sometimes obviously they're harsh to women because of misogyny,
visual,
but they can be also really harsh to themselves and each other. And so send the photos, then once they're like both like each other's pics, they choose a place to meet up. And so my friend Dylan, often when we're traveling for work and stuff like that, he'll be like, oh, I was at this hotel. And so then I'm like, okay, so what happens when you meet up? Like, do you kiss? Like, do you talk? Do you before you have sex? And he was like, no, actually it's the opposite. We have sex right away
and then talk.
And then we hang out and talk.
Actually, that's true about, guys are kind of like that, right? Sometimes after sex you could be more chatty and relaxed. I don't know. Or what?
I mean, it depends, I think, on the person you're having sex with.
Yeah,
I think, like, in that hookup culture, like, if the kink is, like, I want to have anonymous sex with someone I don't know.
Right.
Then, like...
You don't want to know them.
Yeah, don't tell me anything. But, like, I think, you know... Yeah.
But would you be able to do that? You would just literally go to a woman's hotel room you've never...
No.
Right?
No.
Rob,
no, it's like, it doesn't even sound
You're married. But I think guys can do it more easily than women. Well, obviously for a whole subset, a whole set of reasons. Like there was this really interesting study where they asked women and men on college campuses, you know, like, would you have sex with the person you've never met, you know, you've just met now? Or no, they actually did it. They're like, do you want to have sex? They like went up to people. And all of the men said yes.
Wow.
And all of the women said no. But then they went after the women and they were like, hey, what if you knew that there was no threat of violence, that you had a 100% chance of getting an orgasm, that there would never be like any kind of sort of repercussions afterwards, like, you know, the guy being mad at you or being weird with you, or like basically take all of those things, those consequences that women have, like pregnancy, off the table. A lot of the women said, oh no, I would have sex with
well,
this
yeah,
guy,
because I think as a woman, there's always a bit of a danger, like, is someone going to kill you? You know what I mean? They said like women are afraid of getting killed and men are afraid of being humiliated. So I mean, being killed is way worse than being humiliated, right? Because you can survive humiliation, but yeah, as a woman, it's always like, is this Jeffrey Dahmer? You know, am I going home with a crazy person that's going to kill me?
I don't know how you go home with anyone knowing that like guys can be awful.
Yeah,
like,
and you don't know.
I mean, there's not that many female serial killers. There was a few, but like
serial. I don't even know if there were serial killers that were female. Like,
you know,
maybe they killed a couple
Aline,
people,
what is her name? Aline Wuornos. You know, the one that was from the Story of Monster.
Oh yeah, that one.
But they usually
there's one.
Yeah, there's one, and like women who are murderers, usually you're like,
no, there's another one I
was
read
justified.
too from the past, and anyway, there's a few, not a lot, but look, you have a greater chance of being killed by a serial killer, I think, as a woman. Though look at Jeffrey Dahmer, he was killing a lot of men, but anyway, as women, when we go out on dates, it does go into your head. I hope this guy is not like a psychopath.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking to when I was crashing out with Daniela over the phone, and they were talking to me about men as a genre. Like Daniela's lover was like, you shouldn't take men seriously as a genre. Like, don't take anything that they say seriously, because I was like having crash out over someone I was dating. Look, my crash out was irrational, but at the same time, when you're dating men, you are constantly like being exposed to really like traumatizing behavior. Like, not all men are bad, but if you've been single for like a stretch of time and you are just going on dates with people, again, through a dating app, so it's not like through a friend or right, like men will kind of act in ways that are much more like careless and like not thought out, or again, choke you on a first date. Like those things then stay with you. And so as soon as a guy acts a little weird, right, or doesn't text you back, right, your mind kind of goes to the worst case scenarios, which like you've experienced, right? So I don't know. My point is, often we feel irrational when we're dating men, and you know that we're
but honestly out. I'm sure there's some women out there dating women that probably have been in some stressful situations too.
For
I mean,
sure.
Yeah.
But I think dating men is hard. And again, gay men will admit that, by the way. That's the thing I love about, talking to gay men about it. I also have to ask gay men how to give good blowjobs, because they are the best.
They probably know.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah, they both receive and give. So
yes.
Yeah,
they...
I'd like to know. Why not?
Okay, one thing that I think about so much with you is like, you have been the hot girl in so many movies that have been written by men. And obviously you were far more than the hot girl, right? Like, you were this amazing character in like movies like The Hangover, Austin Powers, Bowfinger, my favorite movie.
That's nice.
Like, I love that movie. And you were incredible in those roles, but I think that you weren't always given like a lot to play with, because you were often a supportive character to like a dude or you know, a bunch of dudes. And I remember I hadn't seen The Hangover like a couple months ago, even though obviously we've been friends, and I mentioned it to my friend Kate, and she was like, oh my god, we should watch The Hangover. And these are two really big executives in, you know, LA, and they were like, Heather Graham is the best part of The Hangover. And then I watched it and I was like, yeah, duh. And so you did so much, I think, with not always a lot. So I've always wondered, like, if you could choose, like, is there one of those characters that when you think about if you had written that story for her, that character, like, is there something that she would have done that's different than what it was in the movie? Like, I was thinking about, like,
Kind of like Wicked.
Or what if Roller Skate Girl had opened up her own, like, roller derby league instead of, you know, staying stuck in porn, or like in Austin Powers? What if she became like an international, you know, spy?
No,
and
wish.
like, is there any, like, when you think about those, because you obviously also worked with those characters, so thought about them deeply. Like, is there like an alternative ending to one of those movies for one of your characters?
I mean, that would be so fun. Yeah, let's make it up.
Which was your character that, like, I don't know, that you held in your heart the most and that you could imagine? Or again, it's not to say that whatever happened in the movie was bad, but it's just like, oh, given that character, like, what more could she have done?
I mean, I guess I you know, I've gotten into like writing and directing and producing, and I've optioned a book, and so yeah, I think I can't come up with anything off the top of my head because that also was a while ago, but no, it is fun to think of things that I do really want to do, and so that's why I'm getting into more producing and things like that.
I know, you're doing so much. I do want to talk about Chosen Family, which is my favorite movie. It's on the top on Hulu, top 3, top 2, top
when
1.
It came out, it was in like the top 10 for like
no
3
big deal.
or 4 weeks or something.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And you've been to so many film festivals with it. You wrote, directed, and starred in it, which makes you a triple threat. It's amazing. It's based a lot on your life of, you know, growing up in a dysfunctional family, but getting out and, you know, having a chosen family. Like, being your friend is like, I do feel like I'm like, when my mom was afraid I was going to get deported, she asked me for one person's phone number, and she was like, give me Heather's like phone number. Like, she was like, give me her address, give me her phone number.
You cannot, knock on wood, ever get deported. Like, you're so important to me. You've got to stay here, Liz. Also, it just feels good. Like, whatever's going on in the world that I get disturbed by, I'm like, Liz is there. Liz is fighting this. Every day she's on her, you know, Instagram fighting all this. It's amazing.
You're so sweet. But what was that like? Like, and
no, it's
you know,
fun. I mean, like what you said, I did feel like I work with a lot of men, and I you know, didn't necessarily get to tell, you know, female driven stories the way I really wanted to. So that, you know, I'd love to have my own production company. I'm starting to direct. I've directed. I optioned this Leanne Moriarty book that hopefully Deb Fisher and I are going to make into a TV show. And I have a new movie that I'm writing called Triggered. And just I have all these other different projects that I hope to get made. But I mean, I want to influence women when women are growing up to just think the world is my oyster. Like, I can be whatever I want. I can feel good about myself. Like, I am the star of my own story. That's like, you actually gave me something like that said I'm the leading character. I am the, you gave me
character?
Yeah, you gave me something. It was like a magnet or something. But yeah, just feeling, I think because for me, I felt disempowered by the kind of patriarchal family I grew up in, and I felt like my own voice and how I felt didn't matter because my father was domineering. So making movies is my way of saying, well, this is my voice, my perspective matters, the way that I see the situation does matter. So, and that's why I think it's so cool to watch movies that are told by women, and you know, a lot of men can also be really sensitive and tell cool stories about women, but I think it's empowering to watch stories about women. I love it.
Yeah, you're amazing. I think in those roles that you did and again continue to do, like, I always felt like you were in on it, you know, like you really brought, and you're like,
I mean, to be totally honest, like, I wanted to make money. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, I wanted to be a movie star, and I wanted to do great work, and I wanted to be an artist. But, you know, I grew up in an old-fashioned, traditional family where the dad made the money, the mom did not make the money, and my father would be like, when you're under my roof, you have to do what I say. So I felt like I need my own roof.
Yeah.
So my goal was whatever system that there was, be it sexist, like, I'm going to make enough money that in my home that I can feel empowered to make my own choices, to do my own thing, and I did, which was amazing.
We do have listener questions.
Short Excerpts asks, anything David Lynch or Twin Peaks related you would like to share?
Well, I was really excited to be on Twin Peaks, and I had a big crush on Agent Cooper, so I was really excited to get to play his love interest in the second season, and I learned how to do transcendental meditation from David Lynch. He recommended me to his meditation teacher, and yeah, it's just fun. People love that show. It's amazing. People are obsessed with that show. show. Like I've signed posters where people like they get every actor from that show to sign it. That's like a huge amount of work.
Did he teach you how to do transcendental?
He did not teach me, no, but he would at lunch he would do it, and then I think I was like 21 or something. It was that point in my year I was really insecure, but I was excited about being an actress, and he was just I was worried that if I learn how to meditate, will I become so happy that I won't be able to make good art because I'll just be too happy. And he's like, well, the grass can never be too green, can it? And he's just like, you're just reflecting back. You're like a mirror that's dirty, and if you clean it, you can just see how beautiful life is.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
It's so funny because I feel like I never ask you these things.
Okay.
You know what
That's
I
funny.
mean? It is weird because we don't.
I got another one.
Okay.
How did you guys meet?
Oh, okay. Well, I had sold my house in LA and I moved to New York, and I was thinking, I don't know that many people here. And I was kind of going through this period in my life where I was like, I want friends that uplift me and not friends that drain me, because I was starting to examine some of my friendships, and I just thought Liz was amazing. I mean, when, you meet her, I'm sure everyone listening, you guys all know how amazing she is, but she has this incredible energy, beautiful, smart, feminist, just like, you just seem like alive, and you just seem like pretty brilliant, but also fun and funny. And, I just thought, oh, wow, I really want to be friends with you.
You're so sweet. No, I remember.
I tried to like be friends with you.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like,
You
how do
slid-
I?
you slid in.
I was like, I want to. How can I get this girl to be my friend? I think I don't know. Did I ask for your number? Or I'm like, Chris, how do I?
Yeah, we had
a mutual friend, Chris.
Yeah.
And I was just like, how do I like hang out with this girl?
You're so sweet. No, like I was. He was like, oh, come to
And I was going through a breakup, and you were like being supportive, and
yeah. Oh my
yeah.
gosh! And look at us. Yeah, we've been through a lot. I feel like we've seen a lot of.
No,
each
and you're
other's
also
eras.
very empowering to me too, and you always say amazing things. Like your friend. I mean, it's so great to have good friends.
What's the best like dating advice you've ever had? Like, because I feel like you're full of those
okay,
amazing.
the best of
one-liners.
it. Okay, I have to say, our mutual friend Nina, she gives brilliant advice. She's just like, just keep taking care of yourself. Like, take care of yourself, and the rest will just work itself out. So it's because I would sometimes be like, I need to make this work. I'll just drive myself crazy trying to make something work. Instead of like, no, what's good for you today? Oh, get enough sleep, get up, be healthy, work out, do what you need to do for your work, and then if it works out, great. And if it doesn't,
Great.
you try to be your best self with a person, but you really can't force things to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, take care of yourself first. Like, taking care of yourself is your first priority. Do that, and then if it works out, then that's healthy.
You've taught me so much about that, and just like that you get self-esteem by doing self-esteemable acts. You don't just like, oh, I gotta love myself, or I gotta like, it's like if you do nice things for yourself, you're kind of tricking your brain into thinking you're great, because you wouldn't be doing great
and
things.
we do
if
our
you weren't.
affirmations, which are fun.
Yes,
yeah.
you taught me about that.
I know, it's so
too.
great. Like, whatever you feel worried about, you kind of flip it and say the opposite. Like, if you're worried you won't have enough money, it's just like, I'm making so much money doing what I love. I have the most abundant lifestyle. Or if you're feeling insecure about how you look, it's like, I'm so beautiful, and I love how healthy I feel, and I radiate my joy from the inside out, like, whatever. And then I write them in my phone. I have like 65 that I read every day, twice a day.
Whoa! Every morning and every night.
Yeah. Or sometimes I'll just read it like twice in a row when I'm just sitting there, but I have a lot.
Well, what's a good one in there?
Here, I'll open it for you.
Juicy affirmations.
And where do you get them from? Like, are you making
Well,
these up, or are you
some I
finding
just
them?
made up. Some I get from friends. I have one. I'm lovable exactly as I am.
You are. Hell
I'm in
yeah.
the most intimate relationship of my life with a super successful, loving, and giving, hot, spiritual, deep guy or girl, maybe, who gives me the best love and sex of my life and who worships me. I trust him and I feel safe, alive, and listened to.
I love that.
Now, I have a lot of fun ones. And then during the fire, I did one, my house is safe, which actually, knock on wood, it was safe.
You were so chill. Not chill. You were very peaceful, like during all of it.
I'm at the top of my game, making fuck you money, working on my dream projects, making the most money of my life, and I can indulge my wildest fantasies with my abundant lifestyle.
Get it. And the thing with affirmations is that you have to feel the feeling. That was the thing I didn't get for a while, because if you're reading it, then you're like not believing it, but you have to like literally pretend like it's happening. Like, you have to be, wait, this leads me to our game, actually.
Okay, wait, I have one more. I have so much peace and serenity in my life, and my body feels so relaxed and alive and good.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
That's a good one, right?
Wow.
James is taking notes.
Okay. All right, so what's your question?
Wait, okay, before I get into the segment, I feel like we've talked about dating that's not great, but you've been in relationships that, you know, were wonderful too. And like last week we were out to dinner and I heard you talk about a relationship that you had been in, and I'd never actually talked to you about it, which is your relationship with Heath Ledger.
Okay, yeah.
And I can tell when you talk, when briefly like it's come up, that it was a really meaningful relationship for you. And like, can you share what that felt like for you, and what even like reflecting on it now?
You know what's interesting is that I actually have this whole photo album of all these photos redated a year, and I thought, oh, this is really cool. I wonder if I should make a book, but then I thought maybe that's weird. But no, I was really in love with him, and it was very meaningful in my life. And you know, there were things about it that were frustrating, and obviously it didn't totally work out. But no, I was really in love with him. He's a special person and soulful, cool person. Yeah, I really, really loved him. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's so sad he died. You know, it's really, really sad he died.
Yeah, I can tell again, like in this conversation you were having with someone who knew him, you were just like wanted to talk about him and she, you know, and I just, and I realized we'd never really like went deep on it. But yeah,
I should show you all the cool photos.
I know, you should make a book. Album. I don't think that's weird.
I know. It was just special. He's an interesting, special person. And I mean, it was sad. He did break up with me and I was very bummed out about it. But I was so in love with him. And then, you know, I ran into him before he died, and he actually was like, in AA and he was making amends. He's like, I'm really sorry about whatever. And then we kind of started talking. And then just a few months later is when he died, which is so sad because I was thinking, oh, wow, maybe I'll find a way to he can be in my life in some way, you know, and it was pretty sad.
That must have been really hard.
It was really hard.
How did you manage to get through that?
I took Valium. No. I only took it like 2 or 3 times. But you know when you're like so depressed, you're like, I really need to take some. Like it was very sad, you know. But I do feel like sometimes, you know, you can fall in love with someone and see special things in them and then feel like I need to be with this person. But at the end of the day, all those special things are really in yourself, you know? They're just reflecting back qualities that you have. So, you know, whatever beautiful things he has, it's also in me. So even though he's not here, you know, I can still enjoy those wonderful things.
Yeah. And it's really, I mean, just the way that the universe works, right? Where you were able to get that, you know, have that conversation with him right before, which is a conversation a lot of us don't ever, you know, get to have with someone. And that can feel, you know, validating of I feel like I've had that a few times, but
he like apologized. He was like, I wish I would have handled you know, certain things better. And
thanks for sharing. I love you.
I love you. I love you. It's like, you know, when you fall in love with someone when you're so young that you don't have any defenses and you're just like, when they break up with you, you're just like destroyed and you're like, you know?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, it was like that.
No, your first heartbreak, you literally think you like,
and then when the person
recover.
who breaks up with you is just becoming more and more of a massive movie star, and then you're like, and now they're in my face every second, you know,
on the bus, on a billboard. That's torture.
Yeah, no, but whatever, it's fine. Looking back, it's like whatever, it's totally fine. Yeah,
and look at you now.
No, I'm just grateful. I'm trying to just like the most I think I've learned is just like being grateful. Like I'm grateful I got to, you know, date him. I'm grateful I got to. It's kind of fun actually in a way. I mean, I've always wanted a long-term relationship, but it is fun dating different people too. So I just am learning to be grateful for the life I have and not just kind of, oh, I want this fantasy that I don't have. It's like, no, I'm grateful for the life that I have.
It's true. People who you're idolizing, you know, structure that they have, let's say you're like, oh, I wish I was married with 3 kids and like, you know, it's like they're looking at you and being like, oh man, I wish I could go to Jamaica and just hang out and date Heath
Now, my
Ledger.
friend had this really cool, she said, if you think other people have a better life than you probably don't know them very well. Which I think is like really true. Because whenever you get to know someone, you're like, everyone's got something 100%. That they like struggle with.
100%. I think your life's pretty cool. Okay, we have a little segment because, one of the things that's funny, I think about sometimes our conversations is that my brain is fully rotted because of how many hours I spend online.
But this is your job. This is your job.
Sure, that's a good excuse I give myself when I see my screen time being 13 hours a day.
Really?
Sometimes it's like, sometimes it will congratulate me, be like,
Yeah.
you went down and it's 12 hours. And I'm like,
oh my
nice
God.
work.
But no, this is your job and you
Thank you.
are
I
an
appreciate that.
activist. You're a political activist. So it's an important thing you're doing.
I love that.
Yeah. I mean,
for
I
me-
know sometimes you're probably just watching TikTok
Yeah.
videos and buying outfits, but you know.
But I do love the internet,
Yeah.
and you do so many other things with your time, which I love.
But my generation wasn't as
Right.
much. I mean, you grew up with
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
like you know.
Yeah.
it's
There's that
different.
too.
Yeah.
But remember, like I think I taught you how to do a story. Like I think
I
like you were like
you edit
wait.
them so well. When you edit together that video, we're on vacation. I'm like, I want to be like Liz. You're so good at your social media. It's like you know how to get across a point with humor and not being too in your face and funny, and it's amazing.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. But I thought we could do a fun game where you try and so there's like brain rot terms.
Okay.
Right? There's like these internet like words
Yeah.
that you can only know if you have 12 hours of screen time. Not
Okay.
only, but you know, you'll know very well if you had 12 hours of screen time. So
I know.
we're
I'm
gonna
grateful you teach me these
see-
things.
You know,
Okay.
some of them
I
I'm
probably
like,
know
did I
none.
teach
Yeah.
them
Okay.
to you? But okay.
Okay.
So guess the Gen Z slang.
Okay.
Heather Graham versus Gen Z. This is
Okay,
this is the
okay,
name of the
okay,
game.
okay.
Okay, so what do you think Delulu means?
Do you guys know this?
This one I know.
Does
I
Rob
don't
know?
know.
Rob doesn't know it. What about you?
You
oh,
know
Sebastian?
it?
Okay.
I don't
just
know.
try and
Should
guess.
I just guess?
Yeah.
It means fun. I don't know. Sexy.
So
I
use
don't-
it in a sentence.
Okay. Oh my God, that restaurant was Delulu.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Actually, I kind of like it the way you use it.
Okay.
Okay, Delulu is
Diluted?
yeah, it's delusional.
Oh, delusional.
Basically, like being delusional. So I'm really being Delulu right now. I think this guy's into me, right?
Okay,
Or like,
yeah.
you
No,
know,
that's cute. I like it.
Yeah, so being Delulu. But I like that
Okay.
restaurant was so Delulu.
Yeah, it's great.
I think it
Delili.
works.
Okay.
Delili.
Yeah.
I want Rob to also guess, but okay. What's a soft launch?
A soft launch.
Mm-hmm.
That's like when something opens to the public, but it's not totally open, so they're trying to get press. So they have like a soft launch.
What is it on the internet?
Oh, what
when
is
you
on the
soft
internet?
launch.
Oh, is that like a guy who can't get hard? No, I don't know.
Oh, it's a good guess. Could be.
James, okay. James and I both have
Yeah, we spend way
rotted-
too much time.
yeah.
You spend a lot of time online.
Okay, so a soft launch is when you share your boyfriend on social, but you don't share his face. You share like part of his hand or like his hand on your, holding a coffee or like, so that's you're soft launching your
So basically letting people know you have a boyfriend, but you're not
not
letting them know who he
it
is.
is. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
I think,
Awesome.
yeah, but I like yours a lot.
Yeah.
What is girl dinner?
Girl dinner, and it's not girls having dinner, because otherwise you wouldn't be asking me this, right? Okay. Something to do with sex? I don't know. No. Girl dinner. What is it?
Try and guess. Yeah, what is it? If it's a sex thing.
Is it? No. Is it like getting your dinner paid for? I don't know.
Oh, that's good.
I don't
kinda, these are good alts.
Sounds better than.
Yeah, than
Oh,
the real
really?
thing.
What does it
Okay, so
mean?
girl dinner is
Okay.
when like you take an amalgamation of things in your fridge and
Okay.
you like stand at the counter and just like eat it. Like it's like how when you don't want to cook for
Okay.
yourself, so you have like
Yes,
carrots and you have like
yes,
popcorn and you have like
yes,
Cheetos and you have like a
yes.
a milkshake or whatever.
Okay.
So that's
yeah.
girl dinner.
Okay, cool. I like it. I
Um,
like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like yours too. Okay, what's the ick?
Oh, okay. I do know this one.
Okay.
I know that one. Yes, because we've all. Okay, the ick is when
We've all-
someone does something, especially the person you're dating, and you're like you're icked out.
You're icked out.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
when our friend Deb, she went on a date with
Yeah,
a guy
yeah.
who had a nose hair, not on the nose, but horizontally on the
Connected
nose.
on both sides.
Like it just went like this.
And also, she was flirting with this guy who lived out of town. She had never met him, and he started talking about, I'm getting so hard, just thinking about. And it was just like before
0 to 100.
like it was before they had ever kissed
Met.
or hung
Yeah.
out or met.
Creep.
And then she told him to stop. Like she wasn't comfortable, and he did it again. He did it again.
But you said that would turn you on, though.
No, the first okay. I'm the hoe. I was like, I'm a hoe, but when the first
You
thing,
need to work up to that, right? You can't just like lead with that from like a pen pal relationship.
Well, the first time I would have been
Right.
like whatever, but then when she
Yeah.
said she didn't like it and he did it again, that's when
That's
I was like,
annoying. Yeah. Totally.
But I did.
Okay, I got
encourage
one.
his-
I'm feeling proud of myself.
Okay, great. What's a
Yeah.
canon event?
A cannon? You know all of these,
I-
right?
It's
A
unfortunately. Yeah.
cannon.
Rob doesn't know any of them. Whoa, I'm like, are we mentally ill?
Oh, that was the whole concept of this segment. Is that we have a problem. Everyone else is
Everyone
like,
else is normal.
This is
Nick Cannon's there. No.
Okay.
It's a reenactment of the Civil War. Cannons. I don't know.
It could be if that's an important event.
That's an
in your
important
life.
event. What's a canon event?
A canon event is kind of like in a superhero movie, like why someone is like an evil villain or something,
The
like
way that
that
they
thing that happened.
Oh, it's like the victim's, story of how they became
Origin.
the villain.
Story.
The villain. The villain's
or
like
the hero too,
or hero.
right?
Origin
So
story.
It's really like your canon event is
Okay,
like something
okay.
that happened
It's
to
the
you
instigating moment in
that
your
is,
life.
Like,
Yes.
fundamental
Oh, that's
to
interesting,
who
'cause
you are.
Yes.
I did that with my acting coach where we figure out that for a character.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
So
It's
canon
cool.
event.
Yeah.
What is goblin mode?
This is making me feel really dumb.
We are mentally ill. You are.
Goblin mode. Does that mean like you can't stop looking at your Instagram and you're like a goblin, or I don't know, or like
Kind of. This one is close.
you look bad? I don't know.
You look bad. Yeah, kind
Okay.
of. Oh, no, goblin mode is a
Okay.
slang term that describes a state of being characterized by unapologetic self-indulgence, laziness, and a rejection of social norms. So it means you're being messy. You're like
Okay.
staying in bed. You have your
Okay,
depression
okay.
cups all over. Like
Okay.
you're just like watching Netflix
Okay.
with headphones.
Vape pens everywhere.
Vape pens,
Yeah, it's messy.
Yeah, messy. I feel like you don't go in goblin mode a lot. You're healthy.
I mean, I lay in bed sometimes, but I totally luxuriate. In
Yeah.
that. I feel like this is my time to just relax, right?
Yeah.
I love laying in bed. It's amazing.
Underappreciated.
Yeah.
I agree. Okay, what is the bird test?
I actually don't know this one.
you
It's
guys know
so stupid.
The bird test. I don't know.
It's actually depressing
Okay.
when you learn what it is. Okay, does Rob know? Wait, you should try and guess. You should try and guess. Just say what you think.
Okay, the bird test. Whether something's poisonous. I don't know.
Okay, kind of. Okay, that's
Okay,
actually not that
okay,
far off.
okay.
Okay, so the bird test is a relationship test on TikTok to know if your relationship is going to last or not.
Okay.
You point out something that seems like insignificant, like, oh, look, a cute bird. And if they look, then it means your relationship's gonna last. And if they don't, which is like so sad.
Wow.
It's like very sad that someone wouldn't do it, but that is like because it's not based on the orange peel test, but it's in the similar vein of it. The orange peel test was a test that women would do on their boyfriends, which like they would set up the camera and then they'd be like, oh, I want an orange, I just don't want to peel it. And then the test is he just gonna take the orange and peel it for you, or just do nothing and be like,
That
no
one
response.
I've seen. That's
Yeah,
I've not heard
Right?
the bird one before.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
yeah, that's funny.
I feel like that's a great way to measure though if like you are in an engaged
But on
relationship.
one day you might be more generous in peeling
yes.
it, and another day you might be like, I don't feel like doing it today.
That's true.
Yeah.
But to me, the bird test is interesting because it's like the Gottman Institute. It's this like couple that is like the foremost like authority on
Right, I've heard of him because of
relationships.
Jimmy on relationships.
Oh yeah, she loves
Doesn't
this
he always
account.
talk about it? No, it's a funny where the guy he enacts like a male-female dynamics and he plays both parts. And it's very
Yep.
funny.
Yeah,
It's very smart.
But he talks about
He
that.
always talks about him. Is he a
And-
great therapist, right? Or-
Right, but the Gottman Institute talks about it as bids for attention. That
Interesting.
if they can tell if a relationship will last if I think the number is like, wait, can you Google that?
Yeah.
Like, I think if 1 out of 4 bids for attention or 3 out of 4 bids for attention are met, then it means you'll
Yeah.
probably stay married or like you probably won't
Oh,
get a divorce.
wow,
But if
okay.
those bids for attention don't get met, then it's usually like an indicator that they can tell a
Interesting.
relationship won't last. Bid for attention is like, oh, look, there's a bird. Like, it's like
Yeah.
actually not big things, it's small things.
I get
right?
it, yeah.
Like, does your partner like pay attention, right? And like is
Right,
interested
right.
in, you know.
Couples that stay together on average respond to bids for attention about 86% of the time.
Wow. Okay.
So it's a high response rate. Like
Wow.
yeah.
So yeah,
Wow.
we should try it.
Yeah.
I feel like if we did it on our friends, they would all look right, Devin. They'd just be like right
That's so
away.
funny though, because when you're like busy and then people keep sending you articles and you're like doing something and then someone sends you like a 5-page article and you're just kind of like,
Oh no,
I
but
don't
that's
have time to do
no,
it
no,
right now.
that's not.
Yeah, that's not a bid for
acceptable.
attention?
No,
No.
I don't think anyone should. That's not in 2025. You can't send people full articles. It's not.
too much
It's too
attention.
much. I think you can send people saying like you have to if you're sending
like
someone
I
an
like
article,
that I
you have to
want to
underline
read
the
it, but I
part.
don't want it to be like, oh, you need to read this right now, like
Oh,
assuming
yeah.
that you're not doing
No,
anything,
no.
you know, like yeah.
I think that's wrong. I am firmly against it. Okay, what is lucky girl syndrome?
Is that just really obvious? Like someone who's lucky and has, I don't know, money or guys or I don't know, something like that.
Actually, I wanted to include this because I feel like you do this without knowing it.
Okay.
But Lucky Girl Syndrome was started by these women on TikTok who just said one day, they were like, I always say that I'm lucky.
Yes.
And I just tell people, like, I just tell myself that I'm lucky, that I'm lucky, I'm lucky.
Yeah.
And then things just happen when I say that.
Yeah.
So like I found an apartment I love. I got like this job I wanted. Like, and it's basically then first it was kind of a TikTok thing, but then there were neuroscientists that were like, no, this is real.
Wow. Well, that's like the affirmations.
Exactly.
Because, I just worked with Patricia Arquette. I did this movie with her called They Will Kill You. But I was telling her about my affirmations, and she says, I have one. It goes, so many gold coins are falling into my skirt. And so I added it to my affirmations because I thought she's pretty powerful in like manifesting. But like so many gold coins are falling into my skirt. I think she had another one like, I always get chosen, And I thought, that's a cool one, I always get chosen.
That.
Yeah.
Wait, I like that.
I know, she has good ones.
Because then
You should have her on your podcast.
Yeah, Patricia Arquette, come on. Okay, last one. Oh no, wait, you added those.
a couple.
Okay, what is raw dogging a flight?
Wait, I do know what that means, I think. It's one of two things. It's either that you're waiting for like openings to get on the flight. Because I know that people, well, I don't know, I could be wrong. Or it's, wait, no, I feel like this is wrong. Otherwise you wouldn't be laughing. Raw dogging a flight. Is that where you try to sit in like a seat that's not yours? Like, no? Or is it has sex? You're having sex on a plane. I don't know. What is it?
Raw dogging a flight means you go on a flight and you have no earphones, no movie, no snacks.
You told me that this was on one of your Instagram posts. Yeah, it means you're not like distracting yourself with all those things.
You're just literally the only thing you can look at is the map of the airplane.
Wow, nothing. Not even any movies on the plane.
You can't have snacks.
Wow,
you can't
you can't have any
you just raw. And then men were doing it and sending photos, and then women were mad about it. And it was
why are women mad about it?
Well, they were like, if this is your idea of like being strong or like suffering, exactly like try being a I don't agree with that. I thought it was a funny.
Have you ever tried it?
Okay, I stole my own phone once when I was going to South by Southwest. I was like, someone stole my phone, and then it was in my carry-on luggage, which was taken away, so I could see it move and with the Find My Phone. So I was like someone stole it and is moving around with it. No, it was just my checked luggage, like in a little truck moving.
Oh man.
And so I raw dogged that flight because I had no phone.
Oh wow.
And
was that hard
didn't
for you?
like it. No, and I was in the middle seat, and I was.
Why didn't you watch any movies on the plane or something?
That's a good. Maybe I did.
Yeah. Really raw
Okay,
dog.
I once went on a silent retreat, which was like a 3-day. I mean, look, there were more hardcore people that were doing like a 10-day silent retreat, but I did do 3 days. You're not allowed to look at your phone. You're not allowed to talk to anyone on your phone. You're not allowed to talk to anyone. You're actually not even supposed to like look at anybody.
You're not supposed to look at anybody.
You're not really supposed to interact. And it was really cool, actually.
Did it change you?
It's really hard. I mean, you do realize your brain isn't distracted. So I realized that I had a lot of tension in my body and just like a lot of stress. And I do feel like it helped me. And then I kind of went on a quest to like, how do I like, remove this chronic tension? So it did help me. Yeah. And I have a lot of friends that have done it and things come up that they've been trying to avoid and it comes up because you're not being distracted. And I think it can be really powerful.
I don't think I could do it. I think I would literally implode.
You would
I bet you could do it.
You could do it.
I bet you could.
You think you could do it?
I think it would be uncomfortable, and I would probably have like many breakdowns throughout the process. But like, yeah, I think.
No, but there's really cool like data on meditating where like they take people in a prison and they either teach them Vipassana or transcendental meditation, and that after these prisoners do these classes, that the rate of them returning to jail is like they have an 85% not returning to jail, because it really makes you sit with yourself and go, oh, this thing happened and that thing happened, and why did I do this or why did I do that, or it makes you can gain some clarity like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll raw dog a podcast. I then wanted to start trying was raw dogging conversations with men where like you just listen to a man talk and you don't like you just let him go like and you just never and just like again because people were posting photos of like raw dog and I was like sometimes that's how I feel if I'm just stuck in a I'm really manhandling
asking you any questions. That's not hopefully
raw dogging a date.
Yeah.
But
no, I remember once you were dating a guy and he wasn't asking you any questions. And
once like this happened to me. Has that not happened to you?
I think not as much. I have other problems, believe me, but not asking questions.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I realized though that I was perpetuating it. Because I was treating it like this. I was just like, I was like David Letterman. I was like, all right, you don't want to, I would just like I would just, I wouldn't let him be uncomfortable enough to realize he hadn't asked me a question, So I started doing that a little bit more, being a little bit more honest.
I think we should find dates for Liz on this podcast.
Yeah.
I mean,
text
the
us.
hotline.
Send it to the hotline.
Are you a guy who can ask questions? Be curious about someone.
That's it. That's all
That's
I want.
it. End of the list.
Literally, that's it.
Are you ready to have children?
I don't even know if I want kids anymore.
It is pretty nice not having them.
Yeah.
But
do you feel good about?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you are meant to have them, you have them, and obviously, I'm sure if you have them, it's going to be amazing. And I would love to be auntie. But I also think it is fun having no kids. You know? Yeah.
I did like at one point. I was like, oh, I really want kids. I really want kids. And then I looked around me and I was like, wait, all of my friends don't. Because like all of like actually the people who I'm like and who I hang out with and who I not aspire to be like, but kind of like who are inspirational to me. I was like, oh right.
But
maybe
I mean,
I don't.
I had a therapist. She's retired, but she said to me, if you don't have kids, then life brings you people to nurture, right? So if you don't, and maybe you will, but if you don't, I mean, look at all the people you're inspiring with your work. So, you're giving so much energy to the world, so we all benefit from that.
Thanks. So sweet. I want to hug you like all the time. But I'll be far from my mic and people won't hear us.
Well, it's cool to see you, Liz, in your environment, just this brilliant, cool mind and fun. It's awesome. I've never been on your show, and it's really great to see you just kicking ass.
Thank you.
Taking names.
Thank you for joining
Hopecore.
us.
Hopecore all the way.
I felt really nervous as when we were on our way here. We had lunch, and I brought us to I was like, I'm going to bring you to this cool restaurant, and then I sat down at the wrong one, and then I ordered, and then you got there, and you were like, this isn't the restaurant, and then so I felt bad, and then I felt nervous about today. I really felt nervous.
Look, I think all your fans are really excited that you're doing your own podcast. I can't wait to see all the different interviews you do. I can't wait to see that hopefully you change the world into a better place with all of your brilliance and humor and beauty, and you're so caring and empathetic. You really have great values, and so just sweet. Like let's make the world a better place.
Thank you for
Liz
making
Plank, Hopecore.
Thank you for making this show so special. I was not nervous at all, and I had the best time with you. I wanted to feel like a slumber party, and this has felt like a slumber party with boys who are nice to us. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for being in my life.
Bad or dumb, please edit it out.
You said nothing bad or dumb. You are brilliant, and your film Chosen Family can be bought on Apple or whatever, wherever you buy movies, and it's on Hulu.
Yeah, and also I have a movie coming out called They Will Kill You with Zazie Beetz and Patricia Arquette. I'm pretty excited about that.
The one you did in South Africa.
Yeah, the one I did in South Africa.
Wow. I saw a lot of behind the scenes murder shots.
There's a lot of fighting and action.
It's very cool. I'm very excited, and I'm so lucky to have you in my life, and I'm so glad people got to
I want to come back and visit sometime.
Come back anytime.
You guys have a great space.
Oh yeah, wait, subscribe, or is this a locally sourced podcast?
Subscribe to Liz's Substack too.
Thank
it's
you.
really good.
Thank you.
Mode.
You're very, very kind. Leave a review or 5 stars. Yeah, we're doing this together. I have missed you so much. Really thought about you a lot, and I'm so happy to be doing this together. And even though it's a little scary and stressful, I know that we can do it together because of you. So thank you. Thank you.